Again, third time lucky, suppose. Good morning to you all. I hope you're all alright. Staying safe. Keep smiling. That's all I can say. Just keep smiling. It'll be alright. Cornerstone Day today, so have a bit of read of that later on. I got a couple of birthdays from yesterday, and they were Grace Darby and Kathy Gray was their birthdays yesterday. Happy birthday to you both on yesterday. I hope you had a lovely time. Well, it was good weather anyhow, that's one thing. Been outside, I suppose. And then tomorrow I got Lynn Salamone and I got Alan Sanders. Is it their birthdays tomorrow? So of course next weekend. That's not this weekend, but September the 2nd is the Gorseth at Padstow. Got 29 new initiates, so I'm quite looking forward to that. It'll be a really fantastic day at Padstow, and well, look forward to seeing you there. It says open to the public, so anyhow, what have I got here now? I haven't got that one. I got another one. What I'm going to do here today is called Snow and Ice. Well, we survived the siege. Yes, the snow, I mean. We thought we had bad down here in Newland, but it was nothing to what they poor souls up country had. And I mean that live up Camborne and beyond. We had snow, sure enough, but what kept we isolated was a freezing cold. Easterly it was. That froze up all the pavements. The roads were clear enough, buses running throughout. But what was the use of that if you were risking life and limb to get to the bus stops? Still, Alfred and me took what I call a window of opportunity and managed to get across the road and stocked up with enough meat and veggies and that sort of thing so that we could sit it out. Damn cold it was, though, wasn't it? I done a bit of washing one day, hung it out under the linny to dry, and it froze like soldiers right away. Alfred went out to get a couple of logs for the fire and got scat round the ear hole with a leg of his own long underpants. Boy Michael come in with a bag of logs for us, 'cause he was afraid we were going to suffer from this here hypothermia. "Get on with ye," I said to him. "We'll rear snug, especially at night. We'd to go to bed with a duvet on us, 3 blankets, and 2 hot water bottles. I made plenty of licky broth and stew as well. Mind, there was one day when there had been enough sun to melt some of the ice, so we took another opportunity to go for a bit of walk. Well, I was beginning to feel like a kipper, with Alfred sitting there by the fire all day long, smoking his dirty cat pipe. I decided that we needed fresh air in our lungs, so we went overlong towards the prom. We thought it would be a bit more shelter from the easterly wind if we went along the lanes. We were doing very well until we got to get patch of ice, and we were debating whether to turn back or no, when I heard this little family coming along. I heard the mother saying to the children, "We must always help these poor old souls like those 2 people ahead of us." Well, when they come up to us and asked if they could see us over the ice, I felt as old as Methuselah. We were glad a bit of help, and we thanked them very much. But when they was out of earsight, I garmed, "Poor old souls, I ain't going to be called that no more. We're going to make a revolution to get ourselves fit." "Don't you mean resolution, Sarah Ann?" says Alfred. "No," I said, "'cause it would take a revolution to get you off your backside to exercise. No more sleeping by the fireside with the Western Morning News in the afternoon for you, my son. We're going to take a walk every day." He grumbled. "I wonder you didn't suggest that we go to the gym place over the harbour." "Don't be daft, Alfred," I said. "You got too big a belly, and I got too big a behind to trying to get into any of they there old tight fitting legging things that they do wear. Both of us to sag too much to go exposing ourselves. No, we'll take a walk, as I decided. You can cut down on your baccy, and I'll cut down on the nicey. We might be elderly, but we're going to get fit." Alfred didn't look very happy, and I heard him muttering something about like dictator. Like I said, we survived the snow, but we can't go for no walk day, 'cause it's hinting down with rain and blowing holy. So Alfred is sleeping under the Western Morning News. Seems like we're all back together. Same again now. "Oh, 'tis raining cats and dogs," said Richard Henry, who had just come in from school. "Can't go out night. Tell us a yarn, feather. Know any good ones, do he?" Feller says, "Did I ever tell you about Willie Westcoat? Though 'tis true, and if it didn't, he ought be." "How do we call him that, feather?" asked Richard Henry. "Well, he'd wear his waistcoat in bed to keep his feet warm." Well, Willie, he used one of they there cutthroat racers and was shaving when the cat jumped up on the table and scat over the jug of milk. This frightened him, and turning round quickly, still holding the razor in his hand, cut off the tip of his nose. When he see what he'd done, he left the razor fall out of his hand. Having no boots on, it fell on his toe on his foot and cut off a piece of his big toe. By this time he was hollering for help. I've killed myself. I killed myself. I know I have. And in the excitement he stuck the piece of his toe on his nose and the tip of his nose on his toe. Now, strange to say, they both stuck. And to look at now, you wouldn't know it ever happened. But there was only one snag. "What was that?" asked Richard Henry. "Well, every time he wanted to wipe his nose, he got to take his boots off." Now, all have a nice weekend. Take care.